shine in a crowd, we never hesitate. Let us rise to the clouds. We got nothing to lose, I know the time is right. Let us light up the fuse. And I know, and I know, and I know, and I know we're perfect, you and I. And I don't, and I don't, and I don't, and I don't giving up without a fight. What I feel, I know it's right. Let us detonate tonight. Let us detonate tonight. Let us detonate tonight. We can shine in a crowd, we never hesitate. Let us rise to the clouds. We got nothing to lose, I know the time is right. Let us light up the fuse. And I know, and I know, and I know, and I know we're perfect, you and I. And I don't, and I don't, and I don't, and I don't giving up without a fight. What I feel, I know it's right. Let us detonate tonight. Let us detonate tonight. Let us detonate tonight.
from the DK Soldiers, and we're back at it again.
What the way? Go away, step away, goodbye, drive away. If you hook onto that vehicle,
Come on in, the water's fun. Make yourself right at home and enjoy the stream as best as you can,
you
man.
will be arrested.
Do it.
Drive away. Drive away. Drive away. You.
Oh my fucking god. Son of a... Woo, let's get it, baby.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for watching, and welcome to the Decayed Army.
What is going on, guys? It's King Predator 7X from the DK Soldiers. We're back here at it again with something a little bit different. I can't do gaming. I don't know if you guys have seen the video that was posted at 12:30 this morning, but I am having overheating issues with the GPU. Right now it's steadily at 38 degrees Celsius. We'll see how that goes. I have to keep monitoring it as we go on, but so far, I mean, it's doing great. But enough about me. How are you guys doing tonight? TSS, I see you in chat. Tonight I'm not sure what we're gonna do, honestly. I wasn't expecting this problem to be a problem. But I'm hopefully gonna see if we can react to videos, specifically scary videos, because I've seen a lot of YouTubers doing, they haven't got anything done to them. By the way YouTube is, I don't know how that's gonna go. So that just stinks. Yeah, it does. Fucking, I was planning on playing Destiny 2 last night. And fucking, I got on Destiny 2, I got on playing Gambit. And I just heard my fucking GPU fan fucking skyrocket. And it happened a good 2 or 3 times. And so I just exited out of the game, opened MSI Afterburner. And my temps, at one point it reached 180, which is about 81 degrees Celsius. Then I played for 30 minutes more, and it reached up to about 200, which, not good. But, hopefully the thermal paste that I bought, it actually shipped, 5 o'clock, today. Not sure what exact day it's supposed to come in, but hopefully that fixes my issue. If not, I'm gonna have to dig into the emergency fund to shell out $600-700 for a new graphics card that I don't really want to do. But you gotta do what you gotta do. But let's get on to the stream. I gotta. Where can I place you? I'll put you. I go. Yeah, I'll put you there. Yeah. All right. And we're only using 15% GPU usage. I mean, as long as we don't get some temps, we'll be fine. But how's that new computer coming along, TSS? That really sucks. That really sucks. I cannot connect one of my capture cards in OBS. How come? Well, I have to see. I'll have to monitor YouTube while we're doing it. Because I don't know how YouTube's gonna like this, but it's really the only thing I can do. Not sure, just no feed detected. Cable's your issue, maybe? Alright. We're gonna move MSI Afterburner real quick. Why is none of my hotkeys working tonight? Oh, it's because I had MSI Afterburner. That makes sense. Put you back there. All the cables are good. I have no idea. Don't know why GPUs is bouncing like that. Temps are good for right now. Granted, I have my fan speed at 50%. I have no idea, T. Oh my god. There we go. So if you guys don't know what MSI Afterburner is, it's this. So all this, well, you can't see it well. Yeah, you can actually. It's not OBS. It's not liking it, but whatever. Those are all your core clocks. This right here is your temperature on your right side. So far they're looking good. So far, we'll see how that goes as we go on. There we go. All right, let's see how YouTube likes this.
Some video.
It's loud as fuck. Is the Elgato all connected good? That's the only issue that really comes to me. By the way, just for YouTube's sake, this is from Chills. You guys can't see it, but there it is. Though I will say, Thomas is coming over for the night, so we might have a reaction night if YouTube allows it. It's just if. I guess shall we get into it? Let's see how YouTube likes it.
Some videos are so terrifying that you may catch yourself holding your breath. Number 10. Emergency landing. Imagine recording a selfie video after an emergency landing in the Pacific Ocean. That's what this pilot did in August of 2019 when two aircrafts were taking part in an aerial photo shoot. The video captures the aftermath of an emergency landing in Half Moon Bay near San Francisco. One of the planes, a single-engine Beechcraft Bonanza, malfunctioned, losing power. Video footage from above caught the landing, which was an admirably safe one, according to the pilot that managed to stay in the air. The downed pilot, David Leash, and his passenger both survived after Leash
Hold on,
set
this
the
guy.
plane down nicely in the water. Leash then captured the aftermath of the
I'm sorry if
incident
you hear an
on
echo.
video
That's coming
while
from my mic.
standing abroad the wing of the plane and later hanging onto pieces of floating items like seat cushions and window shades to help the pair tread water until rescuers arrived. The plane can be seen in the video going bottoms up, sinking nose first into the ocean. The pair, in fairly good spirits all things considered, managed their best to stay afloat, although David notes the water is quite cold.
The water's a little bit cold, but we're all right. I set it down real easy.
No one got hurt.
No, we're good. Did everything right?
Thankfully, overhead, his fellow pilots sent mayday calls to the Coast Guard, alerting them to the incident. Still, the pair were risking hypothermia in cold water for around 40 minutes by the time a Coast Guard helicopter that was on a training mission arrived. David continued filming as they were being airlifted out of there. Although they certainly were lucky, they didn't make it out pain-free. While waiting, they'd been repeatedly stung by jellyfish. Number 9. Claustrophobic Hole. Published to YouTube in December of 2019, Brandon Gross writes, "My friend Danielle took me into one of the craziest caves I've ever seen. I'm very bad with tight spaces and decided to face my fears. Would he live to regret it?" The footage follows the pair squeezing into a tight slot. Holding onto a rope, they descend into what can only be a
can do that
claustrophobic
shit. Fuck that.
nightmare. As the underground cave gets tighter and more suffocating by the minute, the cave widens and narrows, but at one point, Brandon notes that the space into which he intends to squeeze is only as wide as the length of his foot. Slithering through the caves, they finally reach the bottom cavern. When they start to continue exploring the claustrophobic corners, Brandon experiences a brief panic attack but continues on, seeing his friend Danielle wriggle ahead as she navigates further restrictive spaces would make anyone squirm, and squirm Brandon does, but he manages to make his way back to the light. When at last Brandon squeezes his way out of the hole, he celebrates being free from that claustrophobic nightmare. Number 8. Waterlogged. Are you heading out to a seaside restaurant tonight? You might want to reconsider. Published
Holy
to
shit.
YouTube by Ed Haddon, March of 2014. They wrote, Jill Freeland, the artist and videographer, was having breakfast this morning at Moby Dick's with her family and got a little more sea salt than was on the menu. The footage shows the restaurant overlooking a stormy gray sea. While the customers await their meal, they helplessly watch as the waves take on a life of their own. They probably think they're safe inside, but boy are they wrong.
Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Pause. Alright, and we're back.
Time to go.
The water crashes against the window and glass shatters as the spectators scream. Someone calmly says, "Time to go," and the customers are told to leave the restaurant, which they do without argument. It appears that no one was hurt in the incident, but they certainly saw firsthand how indifferent Mother Nature is to brunch. Number 7. Help me. Baby monitors sometimes capture that which we don't even know is there. This creepy clip was posted to r/ghosts by Zealous Ideal Call 53. It shows a monitor placed in a child's bedroom. The baby is playing while her guardian appears to be on her phone. All is normal until you turn up the sound. A growl of a voice snarls "help me" 3 times in a row at the beginning of the video. Neither the baby nor the young woman in the video appears to hear the voice. Is it crossed wires with a nearby baby monitor? Did someone hack the monitor's sound? Or is it an EVP capturing someone beyond crying out for help? The Redditor explains in the comments that this isn't the only strange occurrence in their house, and that paranormal events have regularly been happening since she was pregnant. The Redditor writes, "We've had another incident with her nanny cam and seeing a black shadow near her, an orb, and her suddenly waking up screaming. I've had issues in my own room with the feeling of someone watching me, breathing on my neck, severe night terrors, and missing items that suddenly return. Does this give more credence to the presence of a paranormal entity? My answer is yes." Number 6. Cork Crowbar Lurker. Better safe than sorry. This video proves that saying couldn't be more true. A mother in Cork, Ireland was threatened via letter by a former work colleague. In fact, he was watching her, and CCTV footage caught her terrifying ordeal on camera. After someone had painted her car tires pink and put X's and O's on the car's windows, as well as the message "I win." The homeowner, Una Ring, installed a CCTV camera outside her home. It captured her work colleague posting a menacing letter to the windshield of her car. What it said was so disturbing I can't say it here. Thankfully, a civilian police force known as Guardians of the Peace of Ireland were made aware of the lurker's threats and were surveilling Una's home. What followed was the lurker's escalation. He came around Una's with a crowbar in hand and was caught on camera approaching her property. He was also discovered to be in possession of rope and duct tape. The suspect was confronted by the protectors and was taken into custody. Una says she owes her life to them. The creep was given 5 years behind bars for his actions. Number 5. Phantom Theater. When performing at the theater, more often than not you hope to entertain, but some audience are not very lively. Originally published by YouTuber Phil Koch, this footage shows a paranormal investigation. While exploring a haunted theater, Phil kicks back in his theater seat, sitting alone in the dark room. A wide shot shows no one in the aisle behind Phil. The row is entirely empty. Little does he know he's in for more than a show. Watch the seat to his left behind him. While sitting there staring forward, the seat shudders back and forth, as if someone pushed it down to sit but then decided against it. Although he couldn't have seen the movement, the sound sends Phil fleeing the scene, likely without any desire for an encore. Perhaps this entire theater is reserved for the passed on, and he and his paranormal team disturbed a packed house. But another investigation by Phil is gaining much traction in the Spanish-speaking community. While investigating, this door opens right in front of him, and people are claiming to see this figure.
It's still back here again.
It could be a prop.
And we'll take a look. Come on.
What do you think? I just know I wouldn't be going anywhere near that building. Number 4, Prison Screech. We may have just discovered the soundtrack to your nightmares. Published to YouTube by Column A in June of 2019. This clip shows a young man in a prison cell, no context given. He speaks to the camera and, in the midst of his monologue, he gives a strange, otherworldly shriek like a velociraptor. Why? Well, YouTubers have a wealth of hypotheses. For example, Lord Woody thinks that the man is sucking the soul out of the cameraman. I just know if I were in this situation, I'd be getting the heck out of there. Number 3, being followed. Do you feel like someone's pursuing you? Then you should probably trust your gut. Published to YouTube by Upbeat Yamaha in February of 2019. This video follows a motorcyclist minding his own business on the open road. Wearing a GoPro, he manages to capture a white truck in front of him, nothing out of the ordinary. Ahead, the truck pulls over to the side of the road. This too appears innocent enough, but after passing the white truck and later taking a turn onto a side street, seeing the truck continue along, you probably wouldn't expect what comes next. The biker returns to the main road, and the same white truck now a ways ahead pulls over again, letting him pass a second time. The biker starts to wonder what's going on. Even more worrisome, he thinks the truck is following him. He suspects the driver might be trying to record his license plate to report him for something, although he says he hasn't done anything to report. He again pulls over at an intersection and attempts to wait out the suspect, who has stopped as well. The biker says the man in the truck is attempting to wave him on. After a brief face-off, the biker turns to the left, noting the guy's plate number and saying he was taking pictures of him. While the video doesn't come to any concrete conclusion about what the white truck wanted, the biker suspects that he's dealt with the same man before. Some in the comments think it's probably just some angry boomer who's mad about how loud the bike is. Others advise that if this happens again, to pull into a fire station, as they most certainly will help someone being followed. A cautionary tale if there ever was one. For all we know, this lurker could have had even more sinister motives. Number 2, paranormal motorcycle. What lurks in your alley in the middle of the night? This video may surprise you. Published to YouTube by Tasklock in March of 2021, the security footage was recorded on the 30th of December 2020 at around 4 in the morning. An empty road with a few motorcycles and bicycles parked along each side, still in the darkness, at least for the moment. Suddenly, someone invisible decides to take this bike out for a spin. The motorcycle abruptly pulls out into the road, turning in place. At one point, it slows in its turning, then jerks forward and continues in its path before falling over on the side in the middle of the road. Could this just be something mechanical malfunctioning in the bike? Or did a ghost realize he didn't have enough momentum mid-launch? I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds? Because I upload 4 new scary videos every week. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. Number 1, not abandoned. A remote shanty house in the middle of nowhere. It's gotta be abandoned, right? Posted to r/ghosts by Livid Excuse 1640. This video reminds every paranormal explorer to be always on their guard. The Redditor is driving down a dirt road at night in what appears to be the boonies with no lights around apart from a faint, distant glow. And yet in the middle of nowhere they come upon a rundown white house. It's dark and clearly abandoned, or so you think, as the Redditor drives slowly past, shining a flashlight onto the house. He spotlights its empty and broken windows, nothing else. That is, until he zooms in on a center window. Here appears a white hooded figure without discernible features. The realization of what they're seeing scares them enough to drop their camera and drive away. While many Redditors in the comments believe the figure is a squatter rather than a ghost, this sighting at an assumedly abandoned house would be unsettling regardless. The Redditor writes in the comments, "I've been in the house once and it's like the people living there just up and left clothes in closets, dishes in the sink, toys on the floor. It was wild. I got halfway down the hallway and something that felt like pure evil came over me and I ran back out." He also shares some still photos with varying exposures that he took from the clip. What do you see in the Rorschach ink blot? This is only a test. If you're trying to fall asleep, watch something else, because these videos have kept me up for
Turn off the lights and go full screen, cause it's the top 20 scariest ghost videos of the year. Get out. YouTube user Veronica Shannon says that she has been experiencing a terrifying haunting in her apartment. After hearing and seeing strange things around her home, she installed multiple security cameras. Things start out simply enough. Her cameras pick up some strange light anomalies and a few odd sounds.
Kids in orbs.
But then, seemingly after Veronica starts paying more attention to the bizarre incidents and telling friends about them, things get a bit more intense. Her two young sons start waking up terrified and screaming every night at around 3 a.m. And things get even weirder.
Okay, I'll nonchalantly walk through that door.
Twice they catch some odd apparition that seems to appear near the door whenever someone arrives or leaves the apartment. It's almost as if the spirit just doesn't want someone new there. One night, Shane, Veronica, and another friend decide to conduct their own informal sort of seance. It doesn't go well.
Do you need help? Are you stuck here?
Move the camera if you need help.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Are you in the boys' room?
Shut up.
If something bad happens.
Scared to walk in the dark and look terrified.
It's following it all.
I'm not even moving it.
You finally moved.
This door's stuck.
Get the fuck out of here.
As Shane asks if the ghost is now in the boys' room, the children immediately start crying their eyes out. But then, when they rush to the door, something is preventing them from opening it. They have to break down the door to get inside to the crying boys. You can check out more of Veronica's story and videos over on her YouTube channel, Veronica Shannon. Catalina. So everyone has heard of the Bloody Mary party game and the Charlie Challenge. this next video features
You know, we had a Charlie channel on our fucking old one.
Fake as fuck. Like Charlie shit, literally, it's all based on your breath.
Yeah. That's the thing also with kids and dogs. They know when something's there, even though if you can't see it.
an odd supernatural game that I've never heard of before. Two girls are gathered in front of a creepy doll. Each time they recite a line, they light a candle at the doll's feet. And it didn't go well.
Una mate, ¿verdad? Dice que da miedo. Nada, está macana. Apura, mira, ya estoy grabando. Mi abuelita dice, harto miedo le tienen, apaga la luz. Mi hermano ha visto ritual con sus amigos, dice que harto miedo da. No creo. ¿Verdad? Vas a ver. Apura, prende la vela, prende la vela. Catalina, Catalina, vuelve a la vida. Lo que el diablo te da, el diablo te quita. Catalina, Catalina, vuelve a la vida. Lo que el diablo te da, el diablo te quita. En nombre del demonio, manifiéstate hoy, aquí y en este día. En nombre del demonio, manifiéstate hoy, aquí y en este día. ¿Ves? Cállate, versosa. Espérate un rato.
Now, this video was sent in by a viewer who says she found it on a random Spanish language website. I searched for the source or even a mention of this Catalina ritual that the girls are doing, but nothing showed up. So, I leave it to you to decide. Is this a haunted doll caught on camera? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
Fuck that.
Truth and consequences. This next clip was sent in by Nuke's Top 5 viewer Sarah Baranski. Now, this video is shrouded in a bit of mystery in that I just can't seem to find the original video. And Sarah, who submitted the video, says that she's also searched all over for the original clip with no luck. So, the story goes that apparently the woman in the video was working the overnight cleaning shift in an old empty house. She claimed that she regularly experienced absolutely terrifying paranormal encounters during her nightly shift. But no one believed her. So, one night after being challenged by her friends, she went to the house, left off all the lights, and live streamed the whole thing to her friends on Snapchat.
Right,
you
I'm
can
going to
live
go
stream
over
on
this door
Snapchat?
now. And you see some shadows, but that is me putting my phone in my other arm. Right. Huh? What? God.
See, I don't fuck with houses that
Sounds
have
like
a
there's
door
something in that
fucking
bedroom.
stay away. Fuck that.
Sometimes it opens the door for you. Emma, if you're in there, can you open my door, please? That's the attic. That must have top of the stairs. Top of the... Keith. Come on, Kelly, you've been in here 1,000 times. Come on. I'm going to go into Philip's bedroom now. Now I want to go back down now. I want to go back down now, seriously, and I dare twatting move. Hello? I'm sorry for camera shaking, but it's... Big mistake, this doing this cleaning at night. Stupid mistake.
Right.
Right, I'm coming back to the stairs. I don't... Ah! F***ing hell! Oh, God. Oh, Mum. Oh, I don't want my mum because she's an ass, but there you go. Come on, I'm going to man up now. Well, not man up because I'm a woman. I'm going to woman up now. Come on. Can anybody hear what I can hear?
See, I'm not a spectator
Can you hear it?
of shit like this, but that can be easily faked.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, literally.
Yeah. Then someone could be behind the doorway throwing shit.
Exactly. Like, I mean, it's like, I know, like, your first instinct is to run towards what it is, but I mean, hey, look, it'd be nice for one of them to be like, hey, wonder what the fuck that is. And just go towards it. Like, something came out of a corner and I don't know what the fuck it is. Go towards it. I know it's not the first instinct, but it would be nice for one.
Yeah. And that's a bad thing about live streams. It's harder to fake shit.
Mm-hmm.
But her being there, someone could be easily behind that hallway. Granted, I'm not, I believe in ghosts because, I mean, I've been in houses where they do exist. Hell, this is one of the houses. Granted, I think they're coming back. My door's opened randomly. I have a little football helmet that is on my DVD shelf that has fallen off. Actually thrown off. And apparently when I was little there was kids back here. And then there's a guy that's always in our living room, but we haven't seen them in years. I forgot that was
I forgot it was their kid. I think I looked at my phone like, what the fuck?
Chris. That's it. Hold on, let me go. Alright, just leave me alone for 5 till I get downstairs, please. Just leave me alone. Somebody's just said something to me. Who's on? Oh, I'm gonna shit myself.
Wait a minute.
What?
Yeah, turn that bitch back. You
Coming out,
talk
shit
to
myself.
her.
Something to me. Who's on? Oh, I'm gonna shit myself. What? I'm coming out, wherever you are. This isn't funny no more. This is not funny.
I'm debating whether that's a real dog.
Off. Right, I've just shut door. Bed, I'm gonna sit on the bed. I daren't move.
Oh no, it's fucking...
Oh! Oh! I want to go down. What the was that? Eileen, I hope you're hearing this and that. Anne-Marie, I hope you're all watching this and that swearing. I can hear tapping in that cupboard. I don't know it. Oh! I don't know which. Right, I'm going to go on to landing. Oh!
Melissa's camera light.
What the hell? Alright, I think I've had enough. I want to go down. I want to go. Right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna
sell the house.
watch because I'm gonna kick the f***ing teddy back. Water's running in bathroom.
Now, everything that's taking place in the video is bizarre enough, but what happens next is downright chilling.
That's it. I've shit it. I'm going. I'm just gonna ask the little girl that's in the little bedroom. Emma, I'm sorry for shouting, sweet. Will you open the door for me, please? I have just seen.
There's something behind there.
I have just seen something. Right, that's it. I'm off down. I can't take no more. I am off frigging down. The things I do for you lot.
The woman calls out to a little girl ghost named Emma that allegedly haunts one of the rooms. No response. But there's a bang from a different bedroom, and when she turns, this. It looks like some pale figure that actually reflects the light is now standing at the doorway, but it quickly ducks back inside the room. And with this, the woman has had enough. She ends her live stream and just gets out of there.
Why don't
So,
you have any fucking
what do you
lights on?
think? Did this late night cleaner catch proof of her ghostly encounter on her Snapchat live stream? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. If you see a video that you think would be perfect for the top 5, or if you have a ghost hunting channel and you caught something great, contact me at nukestop5@gmail.com.
That's one thing I want to do for the channel. Fucking do a ghost video.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, on TikTok. TikTok user Sabrina C. Coven claims that her apartment has a history of strange occurrences. Doors open and close on their own, and drawers slide open when no one is around. Then one night, Sabrina captures something absolutely shocking on her CCTV camera. At 5:41 in the morning, Sabrina's cat is quietly walking through the living room when this happens.
If something picks that goddamn cat.
Fuck. I like how the dog's like, what the fuck? Jesus fuck.
It almost looks as if Sabrina's cat is thrown into the air and then dragged into the dining room. The cat violently hisses as though it's being attacked, and the other pets become very disturbed as well. Then a chair seems to move from under the table all on its own. Sabrina is woken up by the commotion and checks to see what happened. Luckily, all of her pets are unharmed, but when Sabrina looks at the CCTV footage, she is baffled. Sabrina says that it would have been absolutely impossible for this particular cat to leap into the air like that. Because you see, this cat is actually missing one of its legs.
I thought it was limping.
So, what do you think could have happened to Sabrina's cat? Let me know down in the comments. Catch 'em all on camera. Zach from the YouTube channel Catch 'em All Fishing has a channel dedicated to fishing and catching reptiles. Now, YouTube channel Catch 'em All Fishing has a channel dedicated to fishing.
That's one big ass fish. Holy fuck.
Jesus fuck.
I don't even know what that is.
I'm gonna call it a flounder. For
And catching reptiles. Nothing creepy or nothing paranormal whatsoever. At least until this recent video. In the video, Zach is exploring an undisclosed location that he calls, quote, an abandoned underground city. He says that he is trying to find and capture a python, as the large snakes are drawn to warm, wet places like this. As he enters the dark building, he immediately feels like he's not alone.
So, before I get too deep in here, just want to let you all know I'm looking for snakes right now, for pythons. And honestly, feel like I shouldn't be in here. It's really creepy in here, and it's really big. Hello?
As he explores the dark underground building, Zach is a little jumpy, and it turns out he has reason to be.
Dude. What? Oh, hell no. Hell no.
Zach hears strange moans coming from somewhere down the winding underground hallways. He decides to hide, thinking there might be someone else in there with him. Someone up to no good.
Wish me luck, guys. I gotta shut off my leg. I don't know what's going on. The voices stopped. The voices stopped, guys. What the?
Eventually, the voices stop, and Zach decides to make a break for it, leaving the underground tunnel system behind. But later, when Zach reviews his footage, he realizes that he caught something absolutely terrifying in one of his camera shots.
It's leaking outside from somewhere.
Hello?
The bizarre figure of a pale man seems to be staring at Zach from the darkness. Zach claims that he didn't even see the figure until he reviewed his footage later. However, he says that throughout his entire exploration, he felt like someone was following behind him. So, is this strange pale figure a ghost caught on camera? Or was there just some creepy person stalking Zach throughout the tunnels? You decide. You can watch Zach's full video on his YouTube channel, Catch 'em All Fishing. Burn after reading. This next video was recorded by a Jordanian ghost hunter that I've never featured before, named Mahmoud. In the clip, he's investigating an abandoned building that is said to be home to a powerful curse. As Mahmoud explores, he begins to find old crumpled pieces of paper inside the cupboards, but he pays them no mind. However, it seems almost as if someone or something is watching him as he explores the house's cabinets. And when he checks his footage later, he finds that there might have been yet another paper on a higher cabinet shelf that he couldn't reach. And this one almost seems to move on its own. And then, this is where things become truly bizarre. Mahmoud finds a bright red paper inside one cabinet and decides to see what it is.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم شو هذا؟ مساء يا اخوان. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. خلينا نفتحه. كثير يصير. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. أعوذ بالله الرحيم. خلينا نفتحه. كثير يصير. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. الرحمن الرحيم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. والله ما بضل. والله ما بضل ولا دقيقة. من دخلت.
As he lays down the paper to examine it, the very floor beneath him seems to burst into flame. He makes a quick run for it. Later, when Mahmoud examines the strange paper that he found inside the house, he finds a series of strange symbols in an odd, indecipherable language. So did Mahmoud find an actual curse scribbled on pieces of paper spread throughout the house? Or is it just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
I feel like that's an edit.
You can check out Mahmoud's full video and his other ghost explorations over on his YouTube channel. A Cry from Beyond. Back in the 1960s, the sad story of teenager Sylvia Likens was perhaps one of the most tragic events ever to occur in Indianapolis, Indiana. Now, I won't go into the grisly details of the case, but suffice to say, Sylvia Likens met a horrible fate, sometimes imprisoned in her own home's basement. Sylvia finally lost her life, and the house remains abandoned. In this video, YouTuber Carlos Coy 135 and a friend are investigating the Indianapolis home where Sylvia met her tragic fate. Even though the pair don't notice it, things get a bit bizarre almost immediately. The house is empty, but this.
This is a freaky ass house.
Did you see it? When the video is slowed down, you can see that it looks like the curtains on the far left window are pushed back, as if someone is taking a look outside. But the house is supposed to be empty. As they walk around the outside of the home, their camera catches another strange anomaly.
What was the basement like? Where
Viewers say that it looks almost as if some misty white shape is peeking from the window and then rapidly ducks back inside. But This is when things get truly bizarre. The guys check out the basement where Sylvia Likens was imprisoned for much of her time in the house.
This is the basement where the little girl was tortured. Dude, come here. This is freaky. As you can see, this is what the basement looked like. That's oh hell no, this picture is serious too. Dude, I ain't fucking. I'm not fucking. There's a picture of the stairs. You gotta fuck. Swear to God.
As they walk away from the basement window, well, just listen closely and see what you hear.
I ain't fucking. I'm not fucking. There's a picture of the stairs. You gotta fuck.
Now, some claim that they can actually hear screams for help coming from the basement. Here's the clip again with subtitles revealing what many viewers say they hear.
I'm not fucking. There's a picture of the stairs. You gotta fuck.
So I tried to boost the audio by isolating certain frequencies, but since all speakers and headphones reproduce sound so differently, this may sound better or possibly worse, according to your speakers.
I'm not fucking. There's a picture of the stairs. You gotta fuck.
So, does Sylvia Likens' ghost haunt this home? Or are viewers seeing and even hearing things that just aren't there? You decide. The Watcher in the Window. Hurst Castle in Hampshire, England was established in the early 1500s, and over its grim 500-year history, it served as a formidable English military fort. It was also sometimes used as a prison to hold convicts sentenced to death. So it goes without saying that the castle has seen some dark and bloody times. Many visitors claim to have seen ghosts and shadows in its haunted hallways, including the spirit of a long-dead monk. Paranormal investigator Tony Ferguson has explored the haunted Hurst Castle many times, and on each visit, he seems to capture something more and more terrifying. On this particular visit, Tony brings along fellow investigator Paul Sissel. The two men split up to explore the castle all alone. But for Paul Sissel, it didn't go well. Paul says that he felt as if he were out of control, possessed by the spirit of some angry entity from the castle. As Tony and Paul continue exploring, they say that they feel a strange and very powerful energy in one particular room. A small castle alcove with one creepy little window that seems to open to nothing. On his next visit, Tony comes alone, determined to investigate this tiny little room and see if he catches any paranormal activity. He sets up a camera to record and ends up capturing something horrific. When Tony reviews his footage later, he is shocked to see a small dark figure with glowing eyes standing at the window in the small Hurst Castle room. Now you might think that this could simply be a person standing outside the window, but it turns out that that would be impossible. You see, behind this window there is only a small gap and then concrete. The area behind this window was completely closed off with bricks and cement long ago. So then the question is, who or what is this? You decide. Haunted Holiday. Now this next clip is just completely random and bizarre. It's not from some old creepy haunted house or any place that would even seem remotely spooky. This video was actually recorded by a Nuke's Top 5 viewer at a random Holiday Inn hotel room in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. So, a little girl sets up a camera to record herself unboxing her new necklace. And then, everything just goes wrong. In an instant, a bunch of bananas in the hallway randomly fly off the shelf, the door lurches shut, and strangest of all, the bathroom sink turns on full blast all by
I
itself.
thought that was her.
The little girl in the recording told her family, and they found this when they checked the camera. So is this a haunted Holiday Inn? Is it a hoax? And if it is a hoax, why does this little girl's startled reaction seem 100% real? Let me know what you think. Behind closed doors. Over on the popular Pakistani ghost hunting channel Wo Kia Ta, the team investigates a farmhouse that is allegedly haunted by a spirit or demon. While investigating, they begin to hear an odd sound coming from inside one of the empty rooms.
अंदर से आवाज़ें बड़ी अजीब सी आ रही हैं जैसे कोई बच्चे हैं अंदर क्या है ये आवाज़ आई हाँ लोग हो गए मैंने इसे लॉक किया इस रूम से तो नहीं ना अभी तक कुछ हुआ पता नहीं इस रूम में क्या आवाज़ आ रही है ये इसको देखें तो शहरी में गोली खड़ी अंदर के हालात देखे यार ये है क्या बाथरूम हालात चेक करें अंदर के यार इधर कॉर्नर में है कुछ क्या कॉर्नर में कुछ बैठा हुआ है यार हाँ शायद मेरे मोबाइल पे रिकॉर्ड हुआ है
One of the explorers claims he saw something lurking in the corner of the room. When they check his phone footage, this. Gathering their courage, they head into the room to investigate.
भी नहीं है यार इस जगह बैठी हुई थी यहाँ पर इसी जगह पे वहाँ से बिल्कुल इस जगह पे छोटा सा था उसका कद यार ऐसे ऐसे नीचे बैठी हो ना
Something seems to try to lock them inside the room. And then things really get weird.
यार उस कॉर्नर में वहां से जो जगह थी वही चौधरी आप कह रहे थे कि मैं कह रहा हूँ दरवाजा यार ये जैसे पहले सब नीचे करके देख रहे थे ना हड्डी पे लगी है
Something violently shoves open the door, slamming right into the investigator's arm. Later, when they watch their footage of the incident back, they find something that chills them. So did the Wokiata team catch a real ghost or demon on camera? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. You can watch Wokiata's full investigation of the haunted farmhouse over on their channel. Come hell or high water. The popular YouTuber TechRax has been testing the durability of technology for years, especially the Samsung Galaxy series and the Apple iPhone. On his channel, you can watch these phones get destroyed in pretty much every way imaginable. He drops them from extreme heights, he crushes them with cars, shocks them with tasers, pounds them with hammers, there's hot knives, gas torches, and even a lawnmower. You name it, and TechRax has probably thrown an iPhone at it. However, when testing the durability of his brand new iPhone 11 Pro, things take an unexpected turn. He travels 7 hours to an isolated spot in the Nevada desert. He plans to drop the iPhone 11 into a 50-foot deep hot spring named Diana's Punch Bowl. For unknown reasons, this hot spring is also known by the name the Devil's Cauldron.
And we made it to the location, guys. I apologize in advance if it's super windy. We're basically in the middle of this desert. I want to show you guys the rig of what exactly is going to go on first before I even show you the hole. Now I want to show you guys the actual hole. So as I'm walking close, just a couple steps here. Pretty crazy, guys. You can see there's steam coming straight out of this water. It's supposed to be about 140 to 180 degrees Fahrenheit, so you will burn yourself if you try like taking a dip in here, but it's super sick, literally in the middle of nowhere.
Now, the first time TechRax drops his recording iPhone into the extremely hot water, the phone comes out fine and the footage shows nothing particularly strange. But the second time he drops his phone into the Devil's Cauldron, things get a little weird. When he reviews the footage later, he's shocked by what he finds. TechRax says he has no idea what could have caused this strange underwater screaming, especially since his first recording didn't pick up any odd sounds at all. So, just what do you think this strange sound from the Devil's Cauldron could be? Let me know down in the comments. You can watch this full video as well as TechRax's examination of the footage over on his YouTube channel. Followed home. Over on the YouTube channel Ashes to Ashes, Dave and his brother Chris explore abandoned and sometimes supposedly haunted houses. In this investigation of a woman who says that she has been haunted by an evil entity that has followed her for most of her life, the guys pick up a very strange EVP.
Who's here? What is he?
You do?
Yep. Is there anything that would like to, is there anything that would like to, is there anything that would like to, I'm going to ask you to give us a sign up here.
A creepy little voice seems to say, "Go with him." And Dave says that he thinks the evil entity in the house might have done just that. Since the investigation, he's heard sounds and voices in his home, especially in one particular hallway. And then, one day, his dog begins to act very strange.
Who is it? Who is it? Who's that? Who's down there? I'll show you that there's nobody in the hall. Who is it?
Did you see it?
I'll show you that there's nobody in the hall. Who is it?
Some odd thing with pointy ears seems to be hiding around the edge of a door. And note that when Dave swings his camera back around, whatever it was is now gone. You can watch all of Ashes to Ashes Paranormal Investigations over on their YouTube channel. First ghost hunt, last ghost hunt. Reddit user Manda Burke and her husband were exploring the haunted Hillview Manor, an old mental asylum located in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. They had bought tickets as part of a ghost hunting tour group. Manda says they walked around, checked the EVP meters supplied by the tour company, but nothing much happened. Then they began to hear an odd shuffling sound at the end of one of the halls, but they thought nothing of it at the time. Then, suddenly from the end of the hall, they heard running footsteps charging towards them. Manda says that the whole event was one of the scariest things she's ever experienced. Now, I should note that I don't usually show videos without some visible or audible evidence of the supernatural. But looking at the reaction of this group and seeing just how hard and painful those falls look, I think this is pretty compelling evidence that something came down that hall. But as always, you decide. Deconstruction. This next clip is from a Chinese ghost hunter named Xiao Long, who broadcasts his investigations live on a Chinese streaming service. Xiao Long and his friend are exploring an abandoned building that is said to be haunted by the ghost of a construction worker who lost his life while working on the building. As they begin their investigation, creepy things start to happen immediately.
都能上楼吗？ 咋的了？我操！我操！我刚才看着好像鸡巴干活的。你滚他妈了个逼的！真的。喂，搁哪呀？就那样走过去了。
One of the explorers swears that he saw a worker dressed in construction clothes walk through the lobby downstairs, but his friend doesn't seem to believe him. He shrugs it off and they continue their investigation.
这屋里进不了，进不了，别进！哎！哎呦我操你妈的！哎呦我操！ 操你妈！这上面全鸡巴那啥，正好我摆驴子呢。哎呦我操你妈！哎呦我咋来了？我操你妈！厕所里有人！在啊！在哪呢？我操你妈！干着！哎！我操你妈！不对呀！ 你咋的了？你咋的了，里头点儿？啊！我操你妈！
Again, the same explorer claims to have seen someone, but again, his friend thinks he's just being hysterical. Now, before we go any further, I should point out that unlike the Saudi Arabian ghost hunters who pray to ward off evil spirits, the Chinese believe that cursing and acting angry will scare away evil ghosts and demons. And you'll see what I mean.
我操你妈的！哎，我操你妈呀！哎，我操你妈！哎哎！哎，我操你妈呀！哎，我操你妈！哎哎哎！我操！我在那屋。我操你妈！你叫啥？哎，我操！咋的？操你妈有人儿那屋！死在屋！那屋有人儿！我告诉你有人！操你妈有人儿！出来！有啊！真有人！哎呦我操我！你过来！过来！就是他！我操你妈！出来！操你妈的！谁？我操！哎呦！哎呦我操你！你过来！你们过去，我怎么不敢去？出来！操你妈！谁呀？是这屋吗？谁？出来！哎！我操！我操你妈！啊！你出来！我操你妈的！门后边是吧？出来！
And yet again, one of the explorers sees what looks like a man in a red hard hat peering from behind a door. This time, he even manages to capture it on camera. But yet again, his friend doesn't believe him. That is, until everything suddenly takes a terrifying turn.
Ah! 哎，我去你妈！啊！我操你妈！我去你妈的个逼的！操！回来！操你妈的！操你妈了个逼！我去！啊！哎呦！啊！告你别他妈跑！
As they make their escape, the building seems to be crashing down all around them. One of them falls right through an open hole in the floor.
What did that comment say? I can't read from this one.
Oh, what do you think about the Logan Paul versus Mayweather?
Okay.
I knew he was going to lose to Mayweather to begin with.
Okay. I'm gonna. Okay. What?
I didn't watch. I seen the ending of it.
I watched the highlights, and then I watched the whole thing last night while I was at work. I will have to admit, Logan did better than I thought. However,
he still lost.
It's not even my point. Fucking Mayweather fought nothing like he should have. Yeah. Literally, I could have gave Logan a better fight. Mayweather obviously fucking did not try.
Because he knew he didn't have to.
Literally, if you go and watch the highlights, dead ass, he knocked his ass out cold, held him until he came back. Like, and it was a left, and he's a motherfucking right hook legend. Like, I mean, left hook bam, you're out. Like, what the fuck?
You know one fight I want to see?
Hmm.
Conor McGregor. You know he would not stand against that shit.
Well,
I mean, his right hook would have him down.
oh god. But no, I mean, it's like what got me is he thought that he fucking won. The percentiles. That's
Yeah, they're all because he had 50% of what all hits and shit.
Mm-hmm. If you look at the percentiles that they gave, he did dog shit. If you look at what Sports Center put out, he did dog shit. I mean, I think it was like 74 to 70, but I mean, still, I thought he did a very shit job.
I feel it'll be like a celeb stunt. It was. It was.
That's all it was. And I mean, all I had to do was
the publicity stunt.
I mean, it's like me and fucking Jesse Center talking about it. If I could get $20 million to let somebody beat my ass, bet.
Yeah, right.
I'll take whatever the fuck they want to throw at
Well,
me.
he was going after fuck, what was his name? He was the one guy who beat Conor McGregor.
Yeah, he was going after him hard until Mayweather picked up on him.
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, I know those two are really good at publicity stunts, but fuck, man, that's a waste of fucking time.
I mean, KSI of all people beat his ass. Which, granted, I'm not saying KSI's a bad fighter, but
I mean, look where KSI's gotten ever since that fucking fight, though.
yeah.
Man, he's gotten a whole hell of a lot more than fucking Logan's been going on.
Oh yeah.
Music, more fights, acting. I mean, fuck, dude.
Disney Channel film. And you got KSI spitting bars.
Yo, you damn right.
But no, I knew Mayweather would win 100%. I should have bet on it.
Been like them. I'll bet 10 mil right now, bro.
Right. But nah, that was stupid. I mean, you got a fucking MMA legend versus a guy that's been in MMA for 2-3 years.
If that.
Yeah. And lost half the fights he's fucking fought.
You know what I think they should do? Paul versus Paul. Man, fuck publicity. I gotta do Paul versus Paul. Who the fuck?
Right.
Jake versus Logan. I'll pay. That's dumber than hell. I thought that whole motherfucking thing was stupid.
Yeah. He's probably gonna go after more people after this.
I know for a fucking fact he will.
Luckily, they eventually managed to make it outside the building to safety.
So I will explain this to Mark because I don't think you've seen the video. I can't game for now. Reason being is my graphics cards are overheating. So this is what we're gonna do for now until I can get it fixed. Sadly.
Should have just brought my computer. It'd been better than nothing.
True.
Yeah, right.
I'm just steal your graphics card. I told my mom, you know what I'm gonna do? Take the fucking graphics card out of PS4.
Fuck yeah. Dude, okay, I know you're gonna understand this better than most, but you know that fucking main computer in the office? Like, when he's like, you got the left one.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The right one runs on a 270 AMD.
Are you fucking kidding?
Yeah, I was not clocked in yet. I showed up at like 1 for shits and giggles. And for some reason, something...
Where did Wendy's get the money to get that?
Something caught my eye on the task manager. And I got really fucking curious. So with AMD, how kind of like with NVIDIA, you have a in-game equalizer and video changer and all that shit.
Yeah.
Well, with AMD, you have a on-screen FPS counter, equalizer for your video quality, and then a technical MSI afterburner type fit. And that is activated by on R.
Mm-hmm.
Something told me to look, and I'll be damned if it's not ran off a 270 AMD designated graphics card.
Jesus Christ.
And I was sitting there thinking, but I was like, okay, that means I could have...
You know, from that case, I would have never expected that.
Exactly what I said. So I went on there. I went to open the Radeon settings. Literally, you remember how my computer used to do before I actually really started fucking with it? Like, I would open Radeon, and freeze and lock
Oh
up.
yeah.
Dead ass. I shut down the entire store off that computer. I launched AMD Radeon settings. The mouse stopped reacting, and the next thing I hear is, "Hey, the terminals are down." Oh shit! So I'm over here frantically panicking because I didn't want anybody to know it was my fault, but at the exact same time, it really fucking was.
That's fucking hilarious.
No, it wasn't because
I remember one day I was fucking working there. It was about 8:30. Fucking terminals went down. And the guy went through the fucking drive-through. Fucking Trust went, "We're closed." It's like, well, I mean, technically she's right.
But yeah,
I think that's the night they called you like twice just to figure out how to fucking turn back on.
I was about to kill it. I was about to kill y'all motherfuckers at night because I had just laid down. I was ready to fucking kill y'all.
It wasn't me. It was Josie's fault.
Fucking Josie's fault. And they wanted me to come up there, and I was like, "I ain't coming up here for a fucking terminal bullshit."
I think Nikki had to come over there.
Alright, hold on. I gotta get up. Can't read from that far away. Logan got 20 mil, and I think got 100 mil in exhibition fight. Fuck double, fuck the average salary in UFC. Dead ass.
Right.
I'm telling you, broski, like, if all I had to do was take a right hook from Mayweather to get 20 mil,
You're just so, you know, you're just showing your torso.
Well, it's hard to set a program. I could just right click run an admin.
Huh?
Dang, why is it so hard? Oh my god, why is it so hard to set a program to run?
Oh yeah, you have to
Just right click run an admin.
Yeah.
And then I was gonna ask you, are you sure you want to do this?
Sure, I would have fucking done it in the first place.
Exactly. Yeah, how long has been since I've been in the stream? Holy shit.
It's been what, a few weeks now, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Have you ever got your OBS to work?
I literally lost.
I like how we kind of traded problems.
Okay, so you told me there's an update. I literally launched it to do the update. It did the update, and then everything quit.
This is the first update that I've seen OBS release that hasn't fucked with anything.
Well, that's why I was like, hey, maybe if I just update it, it'll work. And I was sitting there watching YouTube. YouTube stopped loading. Like, it just did the infinite loading screen. Discord just shut down. Then over on the right-hand side, Windows Defender said, hey, you need to do an update. I was like, oh god. So I went through, did a scan and everything. It was good. Then I had a Windows update, so I did the Windows update, and then I relaunched OBS. I heard my fan dying for life.
That's what happened to mine, because fucking I was halfway through Gambit. It's like, what the fuck? They happened to get. It's like, okay, I'm shutting fucking Destiny 2 down. Open up fucking MSIF burner 200. It's like, well, that explains why.
It dead ass went in fucking race mode. Speaking of race mode, ironically,
you want to hear mine?
I'm Gucci. I will take your word for it.
How do I do this again?
When did you get a super, bro? Holy shit.
That's what happened when I was playing Destiny.
Huh.
Okay.
Speaking of race mode, I might have possibly done what I've always said.
What?
I did a burnout.
In your van?
That smoke that's passing was my front tire. Hit play.
Why is there no sound? And you didn't break anything.
Nope. Didn't like it though.
Alright.
That's all for my tire.
That's a one-wheel pill, but it sounded nice.
Well, earlier I was curious because I went on break and then went up to the hospital to turn around because I was seeing what the fuck my AC was doing. And something told me to just slam on the gas pedal. And I broke loose going sideways out of the fucking exit. So I was having a damn good time. Well, then I went back to the store, and David got me and said, "Hey, do you mind going to put gas in the truck?" I was like, "I don't fucking care." Forgot what I was driving. Now keep in mind, I know how 4.3 likes power.
Yeah.
I know that very fucking well. So here I am pulling out of the fucking gas station. There's nobody coming on either way, so I just hit the gas and forgot what I was driving. So here my foot is on the fucking floor, pulling out fucking sideways, just chilling. So I'm over here holding onto the steering wheel, looking like this towards where the fuck I'm going, because I'm like, okay, this is no good. Fucking spin out and hit the brake and reline. Come around a fucking parking lot, went sideways again. So yeah.
It's better than the fucking night me and Michael did it, because I got pelted by fucking rocks trying to record it.
Well,
then we dipped the fuck out of
there. When I did it out of the fucking hospital, my I could feel the engine bounce off the fucking firewall. So I just hit the brake and just sat there for a sec, because I was like, yeah, I might have fucked it. Instead of expecting to make a phone call. That's exactly how it was.
Dad, the engine's all the way in the parking lot.
I'm gonna get a drink. You need anything?
Yeah.
You want a drink?
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
Drink.
Yes.
Drink.
Stand up. Drink. Stand up. Drink.
Willie. Drink. Get it. Drink. You can make that with anything, really.
Yeah.
Eat it. Smack it. MSI for burn.
Of the credit battle of the YouTuber where any YouTuber can join. They've done that in the past, haven't they?
Not theoretical MMA battle.
Well, true, yeah, but I mean, not sponsored by UFC, obviously, but. All right, let's get back to it, shall we? We only have about 20 minutes. We can burn that.
So, what do you think? Did they catch extreme footage of an angry construction worker ghost on their live stream? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. Frozen with fear. Years ago, Tyler Rowe worked in a Kroger grocery store in Powell, Tennessee. He claims that every morning at exactly 9:02 a.m., the staff witnessed this at the warehouse freezer door.
Freezers better not rest. Here it comes. Is there a light? Is there a light in here? And there's nothing in here. There's nothing, nobody, anything. It's just open.
Tyler says that it was every morning like clockwork. At 9:02 a.m., there was banging on the warehouse freezer, and then the door would swing open on its own. But there was no one inside.
Here it comes.
So 2 months ago, someone named Emily claimed in the video's comments that she currently worked at the same Kroger grocery store, and that the strange occurrence still happened, even though the store had recently replaced the freezer door. She says that the freezer door still slams open and closed, all on its own. Meanwhile, on TikTok, Andy Sauces Kahamase is trying to record a video for TikTok when he spots something truly chilling.
Hell no.
The face of a little girl seems to be peeking out at Andy from behind his wardrobe. However, when Andy checks the area, no one there. Not only is there no one in the space, but Andy demonstrates in a follow-up video how no one could have even been sitting in this narrow area to begin with.
Voy a aclarar algunos youtubers que en esta parte de aquí atrás, en esta parte sí hay un espacio, pero un espacio donde cae mi puño. Y aquí, supuestamente fue donde apareció la cabeza. Lo malo que esta huevadita, este troperito aquí, es bien pesado.
So, what do you think? Is this the ghost of a little girl, or is it just a very good fake? Let me know down in the comments. The Watcher in the Window. Over on the YouTube ghost hunting channel, The Haunted Side, lead investigator Patrick and his cameraman Jason are investigating the supposedly very haunted Cleanwater Demon House in Reno, Nevada. According to local legend, many people have lost their lives in the house, and the property is said to have been home to occult activity for years. As Patrick and Jason investigate, they experience many strange occurrences.
Region.
Oh, I got dizzy there for a second.
Home. Central.
Oh, it's so cold right here.
Yeah, it just got real cold.
Oh. Who's in here?
Ambition.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
Atlet.
As Patrick says, "Who's in here?" without even noticing, he picks up a small voice, almost like a child, whispering, "Me."
Who's in here?
That sounded super clean too.
What the f? What the f? Footsteps right above us.
The guys hear bizarre noises from upstairs and head up to investigate. As they are checking out the upper floor, some truly creepy things are happening on the floor below.
If you walk closer to this machine right here, it'll let us know that you're there. Can you come just a little bit closer? Ooh.
Ooh, yeah.
Did you see that?
After reviewing the footage, we could find no explainable reason that bike should have fallen over, so we decided to regroup and head back upstairs.
Upstairs EVP session. Is there somebody up here with me? Whoa! Dude!
Was that you?
No.
What the f?
But throughout the whole investigation, there's something even more chilling going on. Something that the guys don't even realize.
I don't know what it is about that staircase, but it just doesn't feel good. What was that?
What?
Patrick catches an unexplained shadow figure looming in a doorway, as if staring out at them. Even more bizarre, they have a second camera filming inside, and as you can see, there's no one there.
Feel good. What was that? I don't think that was a shadow, but it was on the other side of that window.
But it gets even creepier. They don't realize it, but this strange dark figure seems to be watching over them throughout their investigation.
I'm gonna move the volume down like a smidgen. Just tell me when.
Okay.
When it's not feeding back like that. Smidgen. Just tell me when it's not feeding back like that.
What's especially creepy about this figure is it appears there and then a second later disappears from that window.
To watch The Haunted Side's full 2-part investigation of the Cleanwater Demon House, as well as their other weekly paranormal investigations, check out their YouTube channel. It follows. Nuke's top 5 viewer MK1 worked overnight security at a brewery. He says that one of his co-workers always claimed to experience spooky occurrences around the factory, but MK1 never believed him. Until this night. On this particular night, his friend says that he felt that something was watching him, maybe even following him around the brewery as he went on his nightly rounds. Oh, that's so mad. You can see that the guy checks behind him several times, almost as if he expects to see something there. But as he turns to walk away, that is when some odd misty shape can be seen following behind. Needless to say, after this video, MK1 never doubted his friend again. And also needless to say, they were both chilled to the core by this strange video apparition. Even creepier, MK1 says that soon after seeing this video with his own eyes, even he began to experience bizarre occurrences around the factory. The John Lowe Murder House. In 2014, 82-year-old dog breeder John Lowe's mind just seemed to snap one night. In a fit of rage, he tragically ended the lives of his 66-year-old girlfriend Christine Lee and her daughter Lucy at his family home in Surrey, England. Lucy was somehow able to call the authorities moments before she lost her life, and John Lowe was arrested for his crimes shortly thereafter. The sudden, strange, and brutal act shocked the entire country. Since the tragedy, the house has been left completely abandoned. Paranormal investigator Simon from the YouTube channel Ghost Raiders went to what locals now call the quote, John Lowe Murder House. His intent was to try to make contact with the spirits of the victims who are still believed to haunt the scene of the crime. Together with YouTube ghost hunters Proving Demons, they try to communicate with Christine and her daughter Lucy using a spirit box. Their questions get some very strange and eerily accurate responses.
Is Lucy here? If Lucy is also here, can you say Lucy?
Lucy, whoa, that was so instant and clear. Lucy is with us.
Are you here in this room with us, yes or no?
The shocking spirit box replies seem to acknowledge that Lucy and her mother might be trying to make contact with the paranormal investigators. But things get even stranger when Olivia from Proving Demons claims that she feels something touching her back.
Hold on now.
Could it be a car on the road?
It sounded
Did you just grab
behind me.
my back?
No, I didn't grab your back. Why? Video?
No, seriously, did you just grab my back?
I swear.
No,
I swear I
Like,
didn't touch you.
that was hard.
Andrew was
I
holding,
didn't touch you.
Andrew was holding with the hand that he would grab your back. The camera.
And my other hand's in my
His other hand
pocket.
is in his pocket. There was nothing that he could have grabbed his back with.
Unless my jacket was halfway up my back, something just pulled it.
Did you see it? Right before Olivia says something grabbed her back, a small light enveloped by a strange translucent mist seems to rise up and away from her. This bizarre light or mist was not even noticed by any of the explorers.
Hold on now.
Could it be a car on the road?
It
Did you
sounded
just grab
behind me.
my back?
No, I didn't grab your back. Why?
After Simon uploaded the video to the Ghost Raiders channel, keen-eyed YouTube viewers pointed out the very strange phenomenon. Now, I have to say that this clip is one of the more compelling pieces of paranormal footage that I've seen, because being able to fake this mist, time it perfectly, and then this very real reaction from Olivia when she says her back is touched, well, it all seems very hard to fake. But of course, I could be wrong. Let me know what you think. Did you see it? YouTuber Eric Gunner is an urban explorer and occasional paranormal investigator from Mexico. In one of his videos, Eric claims that a girl named Natalie contacted him about some very strange activity in her home. Natalie, who appears in the video with a teddy bear face concealing her identity, says that her mother recently rented the upstairs apartment in their house to an elderly woman. Natalie says that as soon as the woman moved in, strange things started occurring in their home. They would hear odd noises in the middle of the night. They would find random things move from one room to the other. And they would often smell an unexplained foul stench coming from upstairs. Weirdest of all, cats and dogs in the neighborhood began disappearing. As for the old lady, her behavior was odd to say the least. She avoided all contact with Natalie and her family. The woman didn't say hello or even talk to them when they passed her on the stairs. If they knocked on her door, she wouldn't answer. Natalie and her family became more and more terrified as the odd noises and events in their house intensified. Then one night, Natalie's 10-year-old sister woke up screaming, saying that her back was in agonizing pain. They checked her and found that her back was covered in deep, unexplained scratches. Well, with that, they had had enough. Without even so much as packing a bag, they fled the house in the middle of the night. As of the filming of this video, they had not been back for 2 weeks. So, Natalie knew about Eric Gunner's YouTube channel. She asked him to investigate.
De hecho, si apago la luz, la casa de arriba está prendida. Ahí es donde vive la viejita. Voy a tratar de no hacer ruido para que no me vaya a escuchar. Fíjense que a mí me da más miedo la viejita que, no sé, me vaya a parecer un fantasma o algo así.
It's fairly obvious that Natalie and her family left in a rush.
Se supone que así como dijo ella, esta Natalie pues se fueron de rápido ese día. No recogieron nada. Dijo, pues sí me dijo que iba a haber incluso hasta comida. Hasta frijoles aquí. Ay, huele bien feo, parece como están enlamados.
At first it seems like there's not much to see. Just an average empty house. But then things start to get a little strange.
Lo que veo es que hay muchas fotos de niños.
Did you see it? Well, Eric didn't either, but watch again.
Lo que veo es que hay muchas fotos de niños.
YouTube commenters pointed out that it looks like a small girl dressed in all white briefly peeks out from behind a curtain. Again, I should note, the house is supposedly empty.
Ay, esa muñeca da miedo.
Eric spots a doll that seems to be a bit out of place. Little did he know that after the filming, the house's owner would tell him that the doll doesn't belong to them, and they've never seen it. But even creepier, later in the video, Eric passes by the same room again.
Nada.
Did you see it? As YouTube commenters would later point out, the doll has now vanished. Eric heads into the bedroom to investigate, and this is when things get truly bizarre.
Aquí parece que se puede subir por aquí, pero está como sellado. ¿Qué pedo? Está esta casa rara. Bueno, está construida raro. ¿Qué es esto?
And once again, I have to ask, did you see it? Something ducks out of sight under the bed. Again, Eric doesn't notice. This too was spotted later by YouTube viewers.
Vamos a ver. ¿Qué pedo? Veo que se mames.
Eric gathers his courage and heads back in to check out the curtain. It didn't go well. As he rounds the corner, a shadowy figure ducks back into the corner of the room. This time, Eric does see it.
No sé qué pensar, la verdad, si estoy ya. Tengo miedo. Ya no sé si salimos o no. No hubiera venido solo. ¿Saben qué? Si no hubiera venido solo, la cagué bien cabrón. No hubiera venido solo. Córtame la luz. Ok. Al baño. Ay, güey. Me saco.
He heads in to check it out, but nothing there. With this, Eric has had enough. He decides to just get out of there. But that might not be as easy as he thinks. Someone in a cloak, presumably the creepy old lady who lives there, comes walking up the stairs. Eric hides until the coast is clear, then quickly makes his escape out to the street. So did Eric Gunner catch multiple paranormal encounters on video? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. You can watch Eric Gunner's full investigation of this supposedly haunted house over on his YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. For channel updates and other weird stuff, follow me on Instagram here and on Twitter right there. I'll see you next week.
I think that's where I'm going to end it for tonight. Fine. Fuck. How about it?
So, for you party people who motherfucker been in here for the last couple hours, if you guys have enjoyed this fine, fucking tastic video, make sure you guys hit that like button on the YouTube side of things. And if you haven't already, make sure you guys hit that subscription button and hit the little notification bell, cha-ching, for future notifications for streams and videos like this and more. For all my party people on the Twitch end of things, thank you guys for stopping by tonight. If you haven't already, make sure you guys hit that follow button and the little notification bell for the little cha-ching every single time one of us goes live. For you guys on social media, make sure you guys check out the Twitter, the Facebook, the Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube and Twitch for those of you who doesn't, follow the other. Anyways, without further ado, thank you guys all for stopping by. Here's the Ricky Rick, because I know you did not come in here. Oh shit, that is hideous. Hey, fuck you. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for stopping by, and we will see you in the next one. Peace out, party peeps.